Hey everyone, Harry here to talk about another significant pushback by a federal court to a significant effort, this by the Office of Personnel Management, to basically order up, at least that's how the lawsuit puts it, the terminations of thousands and thousands of so-called probationary employees in the federal government. Now, probationary employees include people who have been there for a year or two, but it also includes people who have moved over to a new job for a time. And it's true that under the whole Merit Systems Protection Board, they get less protection than once they become non-probationary. Nevertheless, there needs to be reasons to fire them. Okay, so we have really the same kind of two-step by the administration where they go into court. There's a lawsuit filed by especially unions who represent federal employees, and they say they're sacking all these people. And the administration says, oh, no, not really. All OPM, which is a kind of a powerful general budgetary and personnel management agency. And here it is run by one of the sort of villains in early Trump 2.0, Russ Vought. The plaintiffs say OPM did it, and, tens of thousands of federal employees. And the very first line in the complaint said they sent them standardized notices of termination that falsely state that the terminations are for performance reasons, which would pass muster, at least as a first step, under the whole civil service protection plan. But it looks very much as if it was much more indiscriminate and just across the board. Anyway, that's what the judge here said. The judge actually put a freeze on it, said don't terminate anyone because you've given this power to OPM. OPM does not have the power to terminate employees of the Department of Defense, to terminate employees of the Department of Justice. That goes under the bailiwick of each individual agency. So to the extent you have arrogated to OPM the ability to do this, you've acted unlawfully, and I'm putting the freeze on it. Now, the judge said he did not have the power to reinstate the employees. I think there's 16,000 or so who had been fired. And you can't bar the agencies from dismissing probationary workers in the future. Agency heads can do it, but they cannot be directed to do so by OPM. So that's on the one hand, a pretty direct rebuff of the Trump administration, and it gets right to the kind of dispute or, even credibility of the administration, where every time it comes in, it gives a kind of a sanitized or more benign version of events. So here, as they've said for Elon Musk and Doge, they're just sort of advising. They're taking that same tack vis-a-vis OPM, but he's not buying it. And of course, the district court's fact findings are going to be entitled to deference if it goes up on appeal. Nevertheless, the indications are that they could just comply with the order, but then have the individual agencies do the conduct and be responsible for it rather than OPM. And it's not clear that that would really foil their overall plan to actually do all these reductions. So it may be something they're able to suture up easily, Or it may not be, because vowed at OPM, same thing with Doge and Elon Musk. They've had reasons for wanting to do it in this global way and keep a certain measure of control rather than returning it to agencies that still have career employees on the job and the like. So it might be a little bit of a hurdle for the government to go back and do it the way the judge has said. And in any event, it is this immediate reversal and does demonstrate once again that they're just, doing things willy-nilly without regard to how they're supposed to undertake them. And so here, as of now, Monday morning, this is the injunctions in place, and we'll see whether the administration goes, and this was in San Francisco, takes it up to the Ninth Circuit and tries to push at this stage, or proceeds to a trial. That's how it works. Once a judge will either do an injunction or not, and then they can decide the actual issue. On the other hand, once the injunction is in place, it's often the preference of the government to try to go and dissolve it. Anyway, that's where we are. A definite pushback, a definite determination by a judge that they've acted illegally, but one that it strikes me will be not such a big deal to make right and just redo in ways that tack to the analysis of the judge. Talk to you later. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this video and other Talking Feds content, please take a second to like and subscribe. Talk to you later.